The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBank. We're navigating the largest inflation spike the country's seen in 32 years. No matter who you are, where you live, or how much you earn, understanding the impact of the economic issues facing Aotearoa has never been more important. Kia ora, I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I want to help you understand what the changes we hear about in the headlines actually mean for you. I also happen to have a pretty healthy contact list of academics, politicians, and leading economists to help us make sense of all this economic stuff. So join me every Friday for When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network, together with KiwiBank, and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Start your day with The Bulletin, a newsletter from The Spin-off summarising New Zealand's biggest breaking stories and highlighting the best reporting from around the country. Sign up for free today at thespinoff.co.nz/newsletters.
What if they do really old Love Island? And they're the Love Island themed resorts. Well, not now, but later when you're really old.
But I'm really old. You guys are going to work, dude.
I don't think that's true.
No offense.
Is that recorded? Yeah, okay, we've got an intro.
Kia ora e te whānau, welcome to the Real Pod.
That was not Jane's first take.
That was my second take. And I was given instructions of how to do a sort of a sing-songy vibe to the intro.
No, it was more. It was this reflective quality. It was like it felt like you're about to announce that this was the last Real Pod because someone's going to prison or something. Like it had this kind of vaguely funereal sort of look.
Quite the opposite, actually. I think you'll find that there's a resurrection happening here today.
Well, Jesus,
are we back?
Again?
We're back, baby. Let's play. No, hang on. Let me do the housework and then we'll play the thing. Housekeeping. Actually, I do need someone to do my housework, but I can't afford to pay them.
You've got a muddy
Anyone
situation.
needs some work experience.
You can pay them in sandwiches like they do on the block.
It's true. I could. But you have to bring your own bread because I'm out of bread at the moment too.
What's your go-to bread?
Oh, I'm real ashamed to say it because it's the worst.
Is it yummy white bread?
It's yummy white toast bread.
So good, right?
Yeah.
What about you?
Vogels.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, all right. You said that we were old. Jesus Christ.
I was raised a brown bread kid, and as happens when you become an adult and have your own money, you do exactly the opposite of what your parents did that you hated. So I buy my kids white bread, and it's very bad for them. But I'm like, but you love me.
Yeah. Because it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
You're so much better than us.
Oh my God, you asked.
And I'm sorry you had the luxury of time to be able to toast that thing for 4 minutes.
Oh, it is a
so
debacle.
long.
I pop it in, I have a shower, I come out, still not ready. And then you pop it in again, and then you forget about it and it gets burned.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Toast pod. Ever thought of that?
Okay, this is the Real Pod. It's your reality TV real caps. I'm Jane Yee, joined by Alex Casey and Duncan Grieve. Te Butler is producing.
Kia ora.
And we have got quite the show for you today.
Whoa.
I'm practicing my Today FM, thank you very much.
Is that what they say?
I don't know. Yes, that's what they say.
Quite the show. Mark is going to talk about if soup is a meal or a drink for half an hour.
Drink.
No.
Drink.
No.
Well, it depends. If it's got clumpy bits, meal. If it's runny, drink.
A chunky soup, but you never just knock it back. You'd always use a
I
spoon.
probably drink it at the same rate faster than I drink a coffee. I've had this coffee going for over an hour.
Do you remember back in the day when people would make a cup of soup?
Yes, it's still some of us still do.
classic. Do you?
Every now and again. Every now and again.
That's actually,
A drink.
That could
That's a
come
drink.
back, I reckon. Yeah, that is a drink.
that's a drink.
Because it's in a mug.
Hey, Mark Richardson, tell you what, soup straddles, both drink and meal. It's a straddler. Anyway.
Got a hell of a show lined up
A
for you
hell of a
today.
show lineup. Join our conversation in the Discord. The link is in our show notes. And what?
Should we get like a text machine?
Oh my gosh. How do we do that? But it wouldn't work because we wouldn't get the text. We record too early. We wouldn't get the people would text us. We'd be like a week and a half
It's
later.
asynchronous the way we do it, but you know, something to think about.
We'll think about
If
it.
you're
What if we posted the record schedule in the Discord and then people could text and call?
We could just go live. Like, you know, you can just like hang up.
true.
Like, we could just do it. We'd be doing it live
In the Discord.
in the Discord, just secret.
Oh, God, I have to get my head around that.
But then they'll have spoilers for the shows they haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
That's true. And also, they'll hear the unedited, all of my bad things.
Oh, I forgot to say at the top of this pod that Jahi's got a really busy week with editing, and so we can't make any mistakes. It's got to just be from go to woe,
this is-
Hundy P.
The real pod? We don't do that.
Okay, the other place you can find us is on Facebook, facebook.com/Real Pod Corner.
Cute, they're on Facebook.
It is, well, look, I'm sorry. That is our origins, and it's where we will stay till the end of time. As every other person goes down in a heap of flames on Facebook, we'll still be there, flying the corny flag. Anyway,
There was some drama though this week.
there was some drama.
What's there?
Oh, just
Maths drama, as in a maths contestant
yeah.
involved in drama, but someone said something horrible about Black. Sorry, see I hear.
No, that's okay. That stays in.
Ben Blackwell. Someone said something terrible about Ben Blackwell. I didn't see it, but I saw his response post, and we do not tolerate anything like that
We're
in our
intolerant.
corner.
Are you,
We're gluten
are you
intolerant.
still just hiding in the corner watching things go down and pretending like you're not there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I activate, deactivate often on Facebook.
Speaking of activating and deactivating, we're reactivating the real news. It's a resurrection.
She's peaking, I reckon. Is she fully peaking?
Real news.
I wasn't expecting that we would be able to hear it in our ear holes, and we were.
We are back.
Such a professional setup these days.
Shit, that was good.
This is
Remember when you used to have it on your
I just have it on my phone and fire it off. It's true. And then when I was in LA, you guys couldn't hear it and I could, and you just try and sing along. Oh, it was real cute. Those were cute times. Yeah. But we are a very professional operation now. We can't keep looking back on the past. Just look forward to the future. What's happening? Celebrity Treasure Island's coming up in the future, and all the contestants have been announced.
Big drop.
Huge drop. What do you guys? So I've been sitting on this
You've been
secret for a
sitting on
long
it for a
time.
long-
You're
long
a
time.
really reliable secret keeper. I can't
Thank
imagine
you.
being that.
Thank you for saying that in public, TVNZ, everyone listening. I am a trustworthy source. What do you think?
I really liked the piece you wrote about it. I thought it was really
thank you.
funny
Thank you.
asking people who they were. I'm excited. Like, there's some real, like, very, very sort of smash hit type people in there. It does have a little bit of a, like, painstaking recreation, like Gus Van Sant's Psycho feel about versus last year's in terms of the assemblage. There's not, like, you can almost map it person to person. My sources who've been privy to it, none of them in this room, say that they get into the magic zone again. I hope so. I mean,
Yeah, I've had a source also say similar things.
is it the same source?
I don't know.
Same source. No, I won't
Is
say
it
that.
the source,
Can't
the
reveal my
source that sometimes is in here? Sometimes, no, different source.
But it's not me.
I don't
Let's
know.
be
It's not you,
clear,
it's
it's
okay.
not me.
I've
I am-
forgotten my source.
I'm a lockbox.
That's how good I am
That's why
at secret
I
keeping.
Okay, let's
forget the information.
let's go through them. We've got Alex King, close to Alex Casey, but not quite. Look at that face. A former radio host, actress and musician. Is that she current actress and musician or former all of those things?
You can't be.
I think she's current musician. Has a single. Former, what is it? Actor. Forever.
Look,
Mike
forever
King's
Mike
daughter.
King's daughter. Okay, so, and of course the big twist is that the big king dog himself is there.
The king. That's actually a great twist.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Love my parents, but being on a reality show with them would be troublesome.
Honestly, I don't even like being in the same room with my parents for too long. Actually, Dad's fine, can't hear a thing. He doesn't know I'm there. I leaned down to say something to him just yesterday. We went for a visit, and I leaned over. He was watching the rugby. No, it was on the weekend, and he didn't know I was there, but he felt I was there, and he kind of like instinctively whipped his arm up and just smashed me in the face, and that was the sum total of our interaction.
Wow.
I just go down and I go, "You're right, Dad!" And he just whacks me in the face and we're golden. It's good. I'll see him next month.
Oh, man. My dad would be great on the island.
Oh,
he makes kawa tea every morning. He forages. He can grow things.
But also, he listens to the Real Pod, doesn't
He
he?
loves the Real Pod. He always says, he's like, it just sounds like you're having so much fun.
We
That's
are.
what he says.
We are. It's true. It's an
It is
accurate
true.
observation. But that means that he'd had some insider knowledge from being a potty.
Oh, in terms of the show itself?
Yeah, just kind of, he's for a dad, there are probably not many dads who would have as much insight
True.
in going into the
And
island.
I do sometimes share gossip with my dad. He's a lot of box.
Right.
He's got no one to tell.
Okay, Cam Mansell. I don't really know much about Cam Mansell.
We partied with Cam Mansell at the Taylor Swift. He was on stage with a wig on.
Oh, yeah, with the Super Spreader event. Look,
At the Super Spreader.
this is the...
Wow, that's credit to him.
And then we saw him at Dancing with the Stars, yeah?
The very next day.
This is all I know about Cam Mansell.
Well, that's enough.
He's a ZM Night host, young guy, quite big on social media, TikTok.
Yeah.
The youth.
Okay.
They're here to stay.
Then dear friend of the pod, Cassie Roma.
Oh,
That's some good casting.
That's some good
great
casting.
get. And I can probably talk about all this now because she basically revealed to me that she had watched upwards of 30 videos about Survivor strategy and things before the show. Like she is going to, but sometimes those people can flame out too early if they've got too much, like they're bringing in too much to the game. But I reckon she'll go far.
Oh, well, I did message her. I just slid into her DMs and said, did you agree to do Celebrity Treasure Island because you just want us to talk about you some more? And she's like, yes. So
She also told me an amazing story that she had, she went to Nashville for ages.
Yep.
She arrived in Nashville and she went shopping for Tammy Nielsen, her friend Tammy Nielsen, who loves Dolly Parton, bought a whole lot of Dolly Parton merch. And while she was at the mall, she was like, I'm just going to get my last vaccine. And it was the Dolly Parton promoted, the Moderna one or whatever. Got the Dolly vaccine, was walking out of the mall with her Dolly merch, with Dolly in her veins, and she saw Dolly Parton on the street. Isn't that incredible?
Just like
rocking about
with an entourage,
like,
just like wandering.
I think she was parked in a car, but the window was down, and she had an interaction with her. And when she told me that, then I ripped off my jacket, and I was wearing a Dolly Parton shirt too.
I remember when she came in to do an interview with us, and I was wearing like a Dream Team NBA, Dream Team basketball top, and then she had had a badge on her bag or jacket that was the same
USA basketball
logo.
Incredible.
Welcome to the Dollyverse.
Something crazy going on.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
Something wild going on. Okay, Courtney Louise. I know she's on Shortland Street.
Her character on Shortland Street is hilarious.
Yes, she is.
Monique, the like snooty PA, not snooty, what's it called? Someone who like rats about and gets lots of gossip. I'm losing my words at the moment.
She's a
Snoopy, maybe.
Snoopy is on Celebrity Treasure Island. You heard it here
That's
first.
a big get.
And last. Sneaky. No, what is the word? What is it? Duncan, you're a wordsmith.
I'm feeling really like
Sleepy?
not on top of my words.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you got it eye here?
I don't know what you're going for.
I don't know what I'm even going for. Someone who's like a
Like conniving.
No,
not conniving, like a
gossip monger.
A gossip monger. Not a tittle tattle, but something like that. One of those words. It's like a.
Someone out there knows. Text us.
She's like young Leanne. What Leanne is in Shortland
Yeah.
Street. That's what Monique is now.
Yeah.
Is she a shit stirrer?
Shit stirrer.
Is that too strong?
What do you call like a gossipy little rat?
I don't know. We've got 3 of them on this pod right now. I'll tell you that for free.
Scuttlebutt merchant.
Oh my God. How old is your vocabulary?
What's that word?
She's a gossip. I'm on the thesaurus.
This is such bad.
No, like I'm quite concerned that we're on pace to do a 7-hour pod.
We are,
I do have
we
some
are.
appointments. We're recording 2 pods.
I'm sorry.
Real news. This is supposed to be real news. It's supposed to be like 5 minutes.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot about how we do this. Okay. Also, Dylan Schmitty, trampolinist.
This guy.
See how I call Dylan Schmitty? All I was going to say is that I'm already calling him Schmitty. And I
like
can't
that.
actually say Schmitty. I can't say it without the Y.
I watched his trampolining exploits,
So did I.
and man, he's incredibly good at bouncing really high in the air and then doing tricks.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
swole.
cool.
He is swole.
And he's also going to be on Celebrity Shooter Island.
Do you think he plays like, crack the egg?
I don't. I mean, like, he would crack the shit out of you. You'd probably die. He would bounce you like 20
I
feet in
want
the
to
air.
play Crack the Egg with Dylan Schmidt.
Well, I don't understand. It's like, how long does the shoot take? It's like some number of
It's
weeks.
ages. Yeah.
Like, how does he stay in crazy Olympic trampolinist
I asked him
shape?
about this. He's in his off season, so he's like, it's fine. I can just
Just
chill.
do normal person things.
Yeah.
So you have to do when you're an athlete.
I get the feeling he's going to do a bit of a Casey Frank and just be like straight out anyway.
I don't think we have time to go through everyone, if I'm being perfectly
No, we
honest.
definitely don't. We don't. I was like, what are you
just
doing?
give us the highlights really quickly.
Dr.
Rattle off
Joel
the names.
Rindelorb,
Yep.
science extraordinaire, mullet
Great.
haver,
Science extraordinaire.
Dame Susan Devoy,
Huge get.
Ron Cribb, former All Black, who said to me, quote unquote, that he's been purpose built to destroy people.
Whoa.
Which was really cool. Siobhan Marshall, lovely lady. Perlena, is this cool? Is this
Gets
good?
the coveted lovely lady seal of approval
It
from
feels
Alex.
sexist, but it's true. Karen O'Leary, incredible casting. She will do some fringe maneuvers on that show. Guy Montgomery,
That's great.
he's a runner. He's very likable.
He's a runner.
He's a runner.
Is he a runner now?
He's a big runner, yeah.
Most importantly, for me, Lynette Forday, a.k.a. Grace Kwan.
Yeah,
Huge.
crazy. She was, yeah.
Major historic Shortland Street character, Asian representation way back in the day when there was literally none, and amazing ab muscles.
We
going
can't,
on.
we
I
can't not talk
say-
about how
like-
fucked up her abs are. Like, she is shredded to hell.
She looks like she has been designed to destroy people.
She walks some insane amount of kilometres a day.
Excuse me, does that get you abs though?
I don't know.
What
I've never
happened?
tried. Yeah, she is a big cardio weapon.
That's
Yeah.
going to be useful.
She's going to be useful in the sea,
island.
isn't it?
Yeah.
She does those sea
Oh, I'm
swimming
very
things.
excited about
I've actually
this.
seen her walking about our neck of the woods sometimes, so keep your eyes out. Melody Robinson,
Oh my God.
beast.
Yeah.
Former Black Fern, incredible one to watch, I would say.
Former fold guest. One of the foldies, as they don't
No one
call
does.
themselves. No
Yeah,
one.
no one.
No, it's just me.
Dame Susan Devoy, Te Kohe Tuhaka from the Deadlands. I interviewed this guy. He is so funny and cool. Like, we've got some great, I will say this, we've got some great content coming up on the spin-off with all of
also-
these celebrities.
Blair Chook's younger brother.
Jesse Chook.
Jesse Chook, sports commentator. I have a connection. My sister is married to the uncle of both of them. So I have sat next to Blair Chook at a dance recital before.
Wow.
Thank you.
I've got a slightly better connection to Jesse Chook. No offence.
He's your best mate.
No, but I did do a theatre show with him in Wellington 11 years ago.
Wow. Early chook material.
I mean, that's Jesse Chook, though. I sat
Formative.
next to Blair Chook
but
in his...
Blair
Blair
Chook's
Chook's
not on the show.
though, is
so-
he?
No, but he's handsome and more famous.
Yeah, but
So,
I mean, yeah.
Alright.
I
You can have your Jesse. and I'll have
point to
Blair.
our hair,
Thank you.
Oh, damn it.
literally and figuratively.
Okay.
Lovely dude, though. I think he'll be a good, likable sort of political figure in the game.
Speaking of Love Island,
Explain yourself, Alex Casey.
but quite quickly.
What did
Oh,
you
we're moving
done?
on. We're moving on. There's heaps more people in the cast. We
No,
haven't
I
talked
think we
about-
can't
That's fine.
talk about them
Can I just,
all.
what I've done though is when I was there at Treasure Island, I recorded a 7-minute monopod talking about my impressions of the people having spoken to them. Maybe we could run that as a separate thing. It's quite boring though because I was talking
it'll
really
be great.
quietly
It'll be really great.
in my hotel room at 10 o'clock at night. It's very low energy, but maybe
we
you
need
could-
more monopods
okay.
in the network.
My dreams came true. I wrote on the spin-off, we need to watch Love Island at the pub. Neck minute. we were at the pub.
I heard a dirty rumour that it actually came from a tweet. Is that correct? Someone tweeted it.
It's like that thing where all the monkeys start washing their nuts at the same time across the world.
Wow.
What is that thing?
Is that a thing?
You know that thing?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
He's not even looking at you with your crazy
It's like some
nut
evolution.
talk.
Lucy Kelly will know what I'm talking about. We're like different animals across the globe at different times who have not communicated have the same idea at roughly the same time. Magpies will start collecting the same thing. Monkeys will wash their nuts in the sea to realize it makes them salty. And I also had the idea that someone on Twitter had, not those nuts, not
Because the whole time we've been thinking about monkeys washing those nuts.
And it's the shared collective brain. So I did not see the tweet, but it doesn't surprise me that multiple people have had the thought. I don't think it's like that crazy of an idea. So I wrote a piece about it, and then Neon had some dealings with ITV, secured the rights for 2 separate screenings, and we managed to get to both of them.
I only went to one of them, by the way.
Well, we went to both of them.
I know you did.
Night number 1 at the Brit was the penultimate episode. Could not hear a damn thing.
That was absolutely crazy. I still don't know what happened in that episode.
What was useful, though, is because it was the Meet the Parents episode, so at least we could read the subtitles of Davide's mum. And that got us through.
Wow.
But probably the most, cosmically of all is who walked in as soon as the episode finished, but Steve from The Bachelorette Season 1.
And this, I mean this in the kindest possible way, freak of nature recognised her.
Which one's Steve?
Steve was the smoker,
Remember?
and he was a bit of a metal guy. He was kind of one of Lucina's boys in Argentina.
And someone snatched on him smoking and he got they almost came to blows, but they had a bit of,
Yeah,
Fuck, Argentina was a good time,
it
eh?
was a good time.
with hindsight,
Yeah.
we know how lucky we were.
And then night 2 was the finale at the Lula Inn, hosted by ZDM, who were very kind to give the spin-off lots of shout-outs in there.
Yeah, well, you did give them the intellectual property that made the whole thing happen.
Yeah, it's just nice to be recognised by your peers.
No, it was cool. It was cool. Clint and Bree were very kind to both give us the table and give you the credit you deserved. It was a lovely time. That had a bit more vol.
And there was an old mate from The Apprentice there as well, the one who stole your bot.
Oh,
Tony.
Tony. Huh. He did steal my bot.
He stole your bot.
And he did a real kind of school bully move out the back of it. It was just like, hey,
You knew that was going to happen.
you knew that I was not going to give you the bot. I'm a star and you're a fucking loser. So just enjoy having no wine, loser. That's pretty much verbatim our conversation.
Allegedly. Look, I'm a loser. I just want to say, you know how you went to Wellington, you did your very grown-up reading thing?
Yes.
And everyone, you were mobbed.
I
And
heard that
like,
it was very good and funny.
Did you hear that from a separate?
Yeah.
I did. 2 separate sources.
Yeah, me too.
And they said that tonally it needed you to do jokes.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Anyway, and you got heaps of corny love, which is lovely. And then we heard this, and then last week I was like, me and Duncan are going down to Wellington too. It's going to be great. We're going to bump into cornies on
We were
Cuba
mobbed,
Street.
weren't we?
Not a single person,
We'd walk around and there'd be people running away. We could only assume that they were cornies.
not a hello even from a stranger. I just want to shout out the kind man at the newsstand.
No, not that kind, man.
Who, when I went to the wrong location to go and visit stuff, who sent me the right way. That's like the only person, the only stranger I had an interaction with.
Newsstand.
And he wasn't a corny.
That's the vocabulary on this podcast.
What year was Wellington in?
Wellington, I haven't been there for a long time. Much the same as it's been for quite some time.
Lovely.
But I love that about it. But normally when I walk up Cuba Street, I'm like, oh, hey, there's a Black Seed, and there's a Fat Freddy's Drop, and there's Peter Jackson. But no, nothing. I felt,
Not a peep.
not a peep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I'll be back. I really loved it. I love Wellington.
Don't give up hope, Wellington. Jane will be back.
They're all groaning. They're like planning their move out of the city, knowing that I'll be back sometime.
We've been half an hour.
That's okay.
That's
This
cool.
is so intense.
What else? Any other news?
Heartbreak Island here.
But you don't like it too much?
I don't love it.
Oh, you've been watching it with your eyes.
I've been watching with my eye. We got access to early screeners. I think it arrives on the 11th, whenever this podcast goes out. There's some funny quotes. I'm excited for a glass of red and a hot boy in my bed. I want a bad boy who's bad to everyone else. Sorry, bad to everyone else, but nice to me. It's just like, I don't know. There's a lot of catchphrases. It feels hyper-produced and like... What I like about Love Island is the observational nature of it, where it's just like people in a thing and you just let them go and see what happens. Heartbreak Island has a lot of different moving parts, insane challenges where you have to like wear a giant peach on your ass and twerk the puzzle pieces out of the peach.
I mean, it sounds quite good.
And then you're like you're in a human like crane, like a toy crane game.
Yes.
Like very high production.
Very CTI-ish.
Very CTI-ish, but there's a lot of people who say, I'm just here for the money, and they just want to pair up with people to win the challenges. And I like the romance.
Yeah.
I like the sort of social dynamics. So
Actually,
it's sort
this
of
was
missing it for
the
me.
first year on Love Island where they didn't have the money element at the end of the show, because that's how much about the love it has become.
Yeah.
And I think Heartbreak Island could probably take a leaf from their book. We've still got another island to come, though.
They've tried very hard. Literally exists.
Many leaves.
So we've got all the islands. We've got Celebrity Treasure Island, Heartbreak Island, and of course F-Boy Island is will be bursting forth at some point. Okay, so we have a lot of telly to watch. I'm probably going to give Heartbreak Island a miss if I'm truly honest, just because it's too much. Too much.
It is interesting that they've got a big international cast, and there's some really good New Zealand characters. But yeah,
I'd rather just have New Zealand cast, to be honest. Just for me personally.
But Discovery, they want to sell it through
Yeah,
their
I know.
network of fine affiliates.
Jowsey's real rich now, eh?
Is he?
Like, seriously
Is
rich.
it from selling his watches?
I don't know, he does investments, like 40 million kind of a rich or something, I read somewhere.
He's got a crazy big YouTube channel as well, and a podcast.
I'm proud of him.
He's done well.
Right, Masked Singer. We have to get onto it.
I can't believe you poisoned us all into thinking it was Zach and Aaron.
Did I poison you?
You poisoned us.
Okay, this is the only thing I do know, is that now I know that Shelley and Steve Ferguson, who I knew as two separate famous Fergusons, are in fact one
Fergus site.
That's wild.
This is, look,
Powerful couple.
When she was singing, I recognised her voice and I was like, that sounds like Shelley from The Block, because a very kind of soft voice. I was like, Erin would be belting out a bloody rock number. So you put that seed of doubt in my mind last week.
But so you thought about the person it was before they were revealed, or you just didn't tell anyone?
It was while I was watching it.
Interesting.
Okay, I did, but I didn't think she was, I know this sounds like last year's Stephanie Tuivasa debacle, but it's not. It's different. I admit, I didn't.
You all remember that.
I didn't go all in on this one. I didn't realise as well, like you, I dismissed it immediately because it's like, no famous husband or partner.
So famous.
So famous.
What is he?
What does he do?
When I first came to New Zealand...
Cricket or Olympics?
No, like...
rugby, rowing, canoeing.
Him and Paul somebody...
Frank?
No. Wow.
You're not thinking of Ian Ferguson, are you? Different Ferguson?
Oh, my God. Cut that shit out, I hear.
Leave it in.
He's too busy. He's too busy. Can't get anything.
No.
Ian Ferguson and Paul. Who's the other guy?
No.
It doesn't matter. I think we've got what we came here for.
I can't. I'll just sit for the rest of the pod in silence and shame. Oh my God. What the fuck is Steve Ferguson?
This is so amazing. Steve Ferguson is a sprint canoeist, surf lifesaver, and former swimmer for New Zealand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's not you're thinking of Ian Ferguson, the rower.
Totally. No, he was a canoeist as well, wasn't he?
Oh, I don't know. He's an Olympic champion. Ian Ferguson is a K1, that's kayaker.
Same thing.
That's it. Anyway, Paul McDonald was his mate.
Yeah.
How good would it have been if Ian Ferguson and Paul McDonald had been the two scoop ice cream?
I mean, it would have been fine.
Okay, Retro Robot saying Believer, Imagine Dragons, Hundy P, that it's Simon Bridges, right?
It is. He like cracked a couple of highs and revealed a slight squeak. The made me go, those Bridges.
But actually also if you listen to his, you know how they disguise the voice when they're giving the clues, you can still tell that it's him. You can still get that Bridges twang in there. It's lovely. Also, the two truths, one lie, and they were going down that, like, I was born in 1961. That's the lie.
Yeah.
He's 48. The truth
Is he
is...
48?
I think so, yeah.
He seems
Pretty sure.
He's in great nick.
I'm pretty sure he is, but he said, you'll typically see me wearing a tie. Yes, true. This comp isn't the first time I've sung in front of a live crowd. True. I'm sure.
Yeah, he sang Elvis. There's a great video of him singing Elvis at a
That's
National
right.
Party conference.
Was he wearing a wig?
He's got a good voice.
He was also head boy at his school. Anyway, it's Simon Bridges, no doubt about it. Okay.
Also, he would definitely sing Imagine Dragons.
100%.
Life member of the New Zealand branch of the fan club.
Yeah.
It's his kind of band.
Bedazzled Unicorn sang I Dreamed a Dream, which is such a strange one to
No,
sing.
Susan Boyle in the house.
Didn't Nika say that was like the best singing she'd ever heard?
Yeah.
I was like, definitely not.
It wasn't, right?
I was like, Anika, listen to your own damn records because you're better than that.
I have not a clue about this Bedazzled Unicorn.
No recluse, got friends who are true gems. Kiwis are not the only birds in my head. Someone suggested Bodunga, which is interesting because some of those do fit with her.
I'll do whatever it takes to get the victory, even at the misfortune of others. I thought was quite a weird clue.
Yeah.
Like
outrageous
Tonya
fortune.
Harding?
Outrageous fortune.
Ron Cribb?
2 truths, 1 lie. These were absolutely rubbish. I have short hair. I have a pet dog. I have featured in a movie. I mean, that gives us nothing.
No idea.
I have no I don't
idea.
even have a guess here.
No, I didn't guess either. Not a clue.
At this point, I stopped writing down what people were singing. But
Ruru Chick sang Fly Me to the Moon.
there you go.
It's Laura Daniel.
It's Laura Daniel. everything works. Laura Daniel.
Something about dinosaurs and Wolverines. She's interviewed Hugh Jackman and Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. And it sounds like her voice.
Gladiator, alligator, making waves since young hatchling. Look, this is true anemia, right?
It is.
It's 100%
It
everything.
is.
And then there was the I made a bigger splash when I hit the sea, and I was like, that's C4.
Yeah.
It's C4.
Loved that.
It's a pun.
It's a pun. I'm the stuff of legends. He was in The Legend of William Tell in the 90s.
And he was making waves since a hatchling. Of course, he was in McDonald's Young Entertainer.
He sang a song in Spanish.
Yes, I feel like that's a very Drew Anemia kind of a thing to do. Yeah. Also said he'd been on live TV. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And that's who that is. Great.
That's our whole lot.
I'm not even reading the Discord on Masked Singer because I want to be able to, you know, ride the wave. And
I have a crazy... Can we talk about ones that weren't on this week? Because I showed them to Joe because I was getting destroyed in my head by the Playing Mantis. I became obsessed with it being Jermaine Clement. And then I was like, Flight of the Conchords have a song called Father and Son. Could that have been why he sang Father and Son? But then I was like, no, there's just no way Jermaine
But don't
would do
you
it.
think his voice sounds like him?
Well, no, I played it to Joe. Within 2 seconds, Joe went, that's Paul Ego.
Oh,
And Paul
he's
Ego is a guest panelist, so I think they're doing like a little inside jobby surprise.
A little bait and switch.
And then I listened to it.
Is that where is bait and switch work there? I don't even know. Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
I also just think very funny person just immediately be able to pick
Yeah.
for Joe.
Yeah. But then you think about it, he's performed in a band, that's where he met his wife, like all the clues line up.
Right.
And if you think about it, he's like a voice artist, he can probably sing, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I was quite excited by that.
That's very good. That is very good indeed. Well done, Joe.
Shout out, Joe.
At Zed, we're all about moving with the times. And now it's time to be part of the climate change solution and move on from fossil fuels. As a company providing fuel to people all over the country, we also know we have a real opportunity to lead that change. We're committed to keeping Aotearoa moving by providing the right energy for everyone. We believe that innovation in fuel and how it's used can make a huge difference to our planet. Find out more at z.co.nz.
Introducing Panasonic's new era of refrigeration, Prime Plus. Enjoy top-of-the-line finishes and flexibility, perfect for busy families. Experience flexi temperature control, rapid freezing, sealing and freshness with Prime Freeze, bacteria inhibition, deodorization and pesticide reduction. Thanks to Panasonic's exclusive Nano X technology. Panasonic. Make every day more brilliant. If you love the spin-off and want to support what we do, one of the best things you can do is to let a friend or relative know about us. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to us.
Shall we talk about the Block NZ?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Duncan, you've been sitting there in silence.
No.
Have not watched a single second.
Not as yet, but I've got plans. I've got aspirations.
Okay, we have like 2 minutes to talk about.
I know.
Do we actually?
It's quite intense. No.
I will just do less time on Below Deck. No offence to Below Deck.
Well, you
It's
can
gonna be a separate
run for your meeting.
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Hey, I'd like to say that the block started to show glimmers of,
Of hope.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun week because it was a shambles.
Yeah, well, but also particularly during the judgments. Like there was just a lot of and so I was like, okay.
And we
this might not be...
had quite different looking spaces this week too. They weren't all carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, and Jason just sort of really went in, and there's some savagely low scores.
Love it.
Okay, should we talk about the block?
Okay, first of all, 12 p.m. curfew. Is that a new thing this year?
I think so.
Because it
That's
used to be that
right.
you'd stay up painting all night long, and now there's a 12 p.m.
Get
curfew.
brutal head injuries.
Yeah.
And,
Also, another thing that I noticed is different. Remember when they used to make people dress up for the next judging? Like if you won, you then got to choose
lovely.
what the losing team had to wear. Like you have lost, and now we're going to humiliate you some more.
But that felt like a contestant-sourced bit of culture. Like,
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to something from production on
Oh,
high.
no, I
down.
think it was production
Did
on
they do
high.
it last year?
I think it just slipped away went away unnoticed.
We live in more serious times.
We
Well,
do.
can we just talk about Ben not shaving his moustache?
Furious.
This has got to be a continuity thing. I reckon, because you know how they come back? They have to come back after filming and like talk about things from like 2 weeks ago and that sort of thing.
You're right.
And they couldn't do that if he got rid of the moustache.
They could have a stick on though. They could keep
absolutely have a stick on. I just think, well, if that's the case, then I'm sort of annoyed, but maybe understandable. But really, like, this is terrible.
You make a promise.
On
television. You shake
in
on
front
it.
of the nation.
It's very hard to trust you.
I
again.
think he would have done it, and I think production freaked out and told him, we have to come up with some lame excuse for you not to do it, and they just didn't. But
Look,
also they
can
could
you-
have cut the whole Mo talk out if that was going to be the case.
Well, no, I think it would have been fun. Like I mean, we always see people they're in the moments on Below Deck, Down Under, and Love Island, like which they don't have hair continuity and so on. Like, and we're fine with it. Obviously, a Mo is quite a big thing, but I was like revolted and repulsed, and I just don't think that I don't want my children to grow up in a country where that kind of thing is allowed to stand. And I think this government has got to. You know what I mean? Like this is pretty crazy what's going on in this country.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing. There's a lot of, I guess, distractions going on that that this sort of travesty that would ordinarily be front page news,
That's right.
is just slips under the radar.
I think they're lucky that Fozzie is over there in South Africa disgracing himself, because otherwise they're probably that Herald editorial lead demanding that it should be Ben's Mo's got to go.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The Mo does have to go.
It's got to go because he would look fucked without it. He looks terrific with his Mo.
That is a great Mo.
But you made a deal. You got two goddamn tens.
I want someone to do some digging. I think it's probably a continuity thing. If I find out it's not a continuity thing,
what are we going to do?
Just quit the pot. No, that won't.
That won't work.
That won't work. That won't
I don't
change
think
anything.
that'll send a strong enough message.
Do we go to the block?
We'll protest. We'll make placards.
We'll protest.
Yeah, we'll protest. We will.
Mo got to go.
Ottawa. Yeah.
Mo go.
Okay. It's upstairs landing week this week.
Just a random do whatever you want week.
Study or sitting room is the brief.
Or both.
Yeah.
Should we just cut to the chase? I mean, was there anything that was worth talking about in the week?
We just go through the couples, don't we? Isn't that the format?
Okay, Ben and Chloe decided to do a sitting room /study/storage area, and also to do the attic. The whole attic thing was quite funny.
I did like that a lot. Like she had invented the idea of attic stairs and nobody could see.
Which have featured in lots of episodes of The Block, or lots of seasons of The Block before, and lots of just homes, around the country all the time. But also getting the guy whose car is covered in attic stairs branding to park, like trying to hide him from people. And then there's the stairs that are all wrapped up in plastic in his boot. Someone's leaving, one of the other contestants, and she's concerned. She's like, put your boot down so they can't see it. And it's got the attic stair guy or something written on the back of the boot. It's just the whole thing, the whole kind of like cloak and dagger getting the stairs in. Is that right?
I don't know.
Bacon switch.
I'm loving
Switch,
this.
all of the ands. Yes. And anyway, Ben and Chloe got some attic stairs. Also, Maureen James
Hit them from the very
I
start
mean,
as well.
in any kind of house that you're making, you got to have attic stairs because all the extra storage.
Yeah.
It's
unless you've got, tell you what,
amazing.
unless you've got like a massive internal access garage.
with like a whole wall of cupboards.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
Do you have attic stairs?
No, but I did it in my previous abode.
I did it in my
Damn,
previous
was it
abode.
so cool?
I mean, it basically...
The Christmas
stop-
tree, isn't
yeah,
it? It's the
well, and
Christmas
just
tree.
stops you throwing away your tat.
Yeah.
So there's an intermediate stage where you put it in the ceiling, pretending
You
that...
would love it. It's where all your old school books go. It's where
yeah.
things you can't beat apart with, but you definitely don't want on display in your house go. Grandma,
scary things.
apparently. No,
Scary.
it's not that kind of attic.
Well,
It's actually quite nice, quite nice and warm. Gets really warm up there.
it gets real warm.
Yeah, nice in winter, not so good in summer.
You dong your head a lot.
Yeah, because there's
the beams.
rafters going over. Oh, speaking of which, do you want to hear the latest about my block experience in my own
We
home?
need a special
Please.
little, sting for Jane's amateur block. I is like diving out the
Please
window
don't
rather
look
than...
at me.
Okay, the good news is the work is done.
Tools down.
Tools down. The bad news is I came home with the children yesterday from school and thought that the painters were going to be finished, and I sent you guys a photo of what my house looked like, and literally everything had been covered in kind of like drop sheets and just all completely taped up, so I could not access snacks. I could not access the television. I had to order dinner in, which was fine.
What'd you get?
Domino's, cheap,
Oh, yeah.
cheap. And the app, much better than it used to be.
Is it?
Yeah. But it's purely
Do you
dollar.
know what's still terrible technology is Pizza Huts. Oh,
If they see,
unusable.
Domino's was like that, and if they see what Domino's been up to, Pizza Hut need to up their game.
Honestly.
Anyway, it's done. It's done. It's over. They left a huge amount of mud on my front porch, which I had to scrub off late last night, muttering under my breath. But it's done. All of that from some fucker who threw a bottle at my house in a moment of
saga.
larrikenness.
How many months has this
It's been
been?
6 weeks.
Okay.
And the insurance, because it's not just like, oh, get it fixed. Like the insurance assessors have to come through and do a make safe, and then they have to decide whether or not it's actually an accident or if I went up and punched my own terracotta tile and then tried to then let my
That's
roof leak.
crazy that you did that and you're confessing on a podcast with the claim still live. Unbelievable. It's like going on Facebook when you're when you're having a sickie and just being at like the movies having a nice time. Except with a way higher stakes.
I've had industrial sized dehumidifiers running for like a full week, 24/7.
Very elaborate.
I've had
cover up for your bottle throwing
holes
hobby.
cut in my ceiling. I've had multiple people in and out, and I'm just fucking glad it's over.
We are too.
Thank you.
For you.
Right. Wait.
Back to the other block.
The real block. What about, would you rather grind your teeth down with sandpaper or shoot each toe with a nail gun?
Nail gun.
Ooh,
Teeth.
teeth, yeah.
Well, you're halfway to veneers.
And you need your toes.
You need
Shoot each toe with a nail gun.
Seems sore. Also, how
I
do you
just
get them off?
put in tiny nails, those little
You
little
can't-
skinny ones.
That's not a thing.
Well, it
nail
is.
guns always just big butty nails.
But you can then pull them out and still have
Ow.
toes.
Oh,
right?
that's like
no, because
twice.
it'll break your little toe bones.
No, you go to the- you-
connect it to your foot bones.
You go to the aim it just right. No one says it has to go through the bone. Go to the A&E, get them whipped out. Yes, sore,
What kind of
very
excess
sore.
capacity have you got in your toes? My toes are all bone.
I'm sorry, you're grinding your own teeth. It's not even a sudden thing. You like have to sit then through the pain. You have to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep
Isn't
going.
that's just the dentist.
How do you
isn't
get
it?
the grinding down to nubs?
to nubs?
To nubs, and then you
Oh,
get
yeah.
beautiful veneers like Luca, and you look great.
Yeah, teeth
For free.
Teeth notoriously fine
a
with
bit
nerve
sore.
endings and things. Totally fine.
I mean, this is really yuck chat.
I fucking hate would you rathers that are just both
Yeah.
awful things.
Yeah.
Just makes me scared that that's what life's going to be one day.
Yeah, like it's like, is it the not hostel? What's the
Saw?
sore? It's very sore vibes.
I had one for Joe on Saturday night. We went to, you're going to love this, went to Sigur Ross.
Really?
Joe got a bonus ticket and he's like, do you want to come to this thing? And I was like, yeah, what is it? Concert? Sure. Sat down and I was like,
Icelandic.
this is loud. And they're singing in a different language. And I began to have, the brown note?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We've talked about the brown note. I think we tried the brown note on a
we
very
tried
early
the brown note
incarnation of the pod. Yeah.
See, I hear you know about the brown note, eh?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Sigur Rós was having that effect on me. And I said to Joe, I did a would you rather. And I said, would you rather, this was an intermission, would you rather I shat myself right now and you had to like deal with it and take me home?
What kind of shit are we talking here?
Well,
Loose or solid? Loose.
Come
Okay.
on, it's a brown nose.
I don't know.
Solid.
I just needed to make sure because there's
Just
a really,
imagine it. Like,
really, it changes. It changes.
I know, but it's not even plausible.
Okay.
There's some common
because I
sense.
felt like it was about to happen.
Okay.
It was very loud. And we were very close, quite really good seats. Or I get bowel cancer in 40 years. That's what I put to him.
What did he say?
Shit my pants right now.
Oh,
Yay,
that's
I thought that was sweet.
Because what he could have done is gone 40 years into the future, projecting that you might be quite well off by then and bequeath him everything. Do you know what I mean?
Bequeath.
Why does that sound so dirty?
Hey, speaking of dirty, tons of innuendo on the blog.
Yeah.
Heaps of innuendo.
Give it 5 minutes, it will be huge. It was a crazy one.
Can we talk about the Tyler's $430 per hour invoice? That's not true. That's not true. I think that it became apparent that the Tyler charged per square meterage got the figures a bit wrong. But he must have done it really quickly, and so Ben's like taking that to a per hour charge. But honestly, if you can do that, I'm going to be a Tyler.
That's a good rate.
$4.30 an hour.
I
Yes,
liked
please.
having to watch their quite tense conversations, like Ben just dealing with that annoying kind of admin of like
Yeah.
calling a tradie.
Yeah, that was good.
Are we still on Ben and Chloe?
No,
Yeah.
We're
no.
never going to finish
We've
the
never
show.
left. We've never left.
Okay. Also, rotating telly.
Crazy.
That's crazy
What the hell is
technology.
that?
I love it because sometimes I do screen mirroring from my phone and watch some Insta stories or something. Like if I could get it go up in portrait mode, I can have
shit.
full size Insta stories.
Is that where it's going? Where people are going to be like watching it? No, I just realised like for TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh my
Come over and watch some
God.
TikToks.
My brain hasn't even got used to the frame concept
Yeah.
alone. And
Let
now you're
alone
turning
turning
it.
it.
Now you're turning it.
Yeah, I want one. I want one. Stacey and Adam are doing a work from home study.
Embrace the darkness.
Embracing the
said.
darkness. I thought this was going to go badly, but I've got a huge call to make about this.
What?
I fucking loved it. This was my favourite by far. I would way rather have what they did than what Ben and Chloe did.
But Ben and Chloe had the mean little bench seat. Like,
Yeah.
no one's ever sitting
No,
on that.
no.
That's like,
It's not comfy.
Like, not even for a doctor's waiting room when you're finding out if you've got bowel cancer in 40 years. Like, no one wants to sit there for any period of time.
Let alone children. And it
Oh,
seems
children.
too close to the TV. I would sooner have just a TV in one of the bedrooms, shove the kids in there, close the door. Don't want them at the top of the landing where their
lock
noise
the
is going
door.
to lock
Off you go.
But what about a beautiful shrine?
No, none of that. None of that, thank you. No, I think they did a not very useful desk and a not very useful sitting area. So they did two things badly.
Well,
sure, it
the
looked
desk was
fine.
fine.
Yeah, but there's no storage, like nothing. That other beautiful
The storage, all the
sophisticated-
storage, right? Do you look at that and get very excited?
very fucking excited about the storage.
My God, something about storage when you've lived in homes without storage is like profoundly moving.
Bungalows and villas, lovely.
No storage.
Prone to holes in the roof and the old terracotta tiles.
True.
No storage, have to put in your own attic. So honestly, I dream
That
of
was
a separate
crazy
laundry. I
amount of
dream of a linen cupboard. My linen cupboard has a washing machine and dryer in it. I have no linen cupboard at my house.
Middle class dreams.
I
eh?
know. But at one point, Jason was like, "Oh, you could have had." I think it was to
2 desks.
no, not just the two desks, but the storage wise. He said someone had some storage, and he was like, "Well,
you could just have the storage in the corner. No one's storage in the corner. It's a pain in the ass getting into corner storage.
I disagree. I'm talking about something entirely different.
What?
I don't know whose it was. I think maybe
It might have been Marie and James.
I don't know, but he said something like you could sit and read at the time. Oh no, it was
The
definitely
laundry chute.
No.
wasn't it?
No. It was these guys because Adam was like, "It's the most stupid thing I've ever heard."
Interesting that I was right.
Yeah, but he was talking about the storage. They put in some like cupboard storage or linen cupboard storage.
And he was trying to say that you could just do it here, but no, it was great. It looked great, and it was lovely.
We're talking about different things. But I'll talk to you after.
No. No.
Did you notice? I didn't notice this last week, but it looked like Stacey bought some Boehner towels for their bathroom, some brown and black checkered ones, and I wondered if one Duncan Grieve had shopped the look.
Oh man, I love that I've shopped at Boehner once, and it's becoming a huge part of my identity.
Boehner
Shout
is a
out to
very,
Boehner, though.
very fancy towel shop, which is downstairs from our office, and I saw Duncan there shopping up a storm one night, and I just will not let it go.
Was I shopping up a storm?
You were shopping up a
or was
storm.
I having a can of drink and trying to drink it real fast because I was like feeling incredibly insecure about my outfit surrounded by these nice towels?
You were like someone who's won a competition at the warehouse and has a minute to fill their trolley at Boehner.
I had lovely snacks too.
Can you confirm? Are the towels a lovely towel?
Yes. I got this like pink towel for me, like a sort of a blush pink, and it's got this sort of swirly 70s thing, and it's so soft, and it dries me off. And I'm going to make it a beach towel, even though it's meant to be a home towel. So, what are you going to do about it?
Wow.
Either of you. Nothing. Just continually shame me on my own podcast.
How do you dry
just liking a little bit of luxury.
How do you dry a towel? I want to know.
How do I dry a towel?
How do you dry a towel?
Like a line dry. Do you?
I'm the guiltiest Denver.
But then they don't come out good because I like the rough. I like a bit of rough.
Oh, you like the rough? I can't stand the rough. I like the fluff.
I don't want the fluff. I want the rough.
How do you dry it?
Dryer.
I didn't know anything different happened.
What?
I don't even. Because I live in an apartment, I don't have the option.
Have to wash to need a towel.
Yeah.
Come out the middle, man. Just go stand outside and drip dry.
Or don't shower.
And then you don't have to squeegee either.
Just a
That's
dipper.
great.
Like a little birdie.
My kids are well onto that idea. Okay, Quinn and Ben did just a sitting space with a desk. Well, no, they didn't just do it. They did a sitting space with a desk and a TV on legs and
curvy old something around it.
I didn't love it.
It was all over the place. But did you catch the mention that their builder had gout?
No.
He was like, the builder's got gout, so he can't wear his steel cap boots, so he has to come after a certain time when they're not doing. And I was like, what's going on?
Has he been eating foie gras?
Yeah, and a bit of single malt whiskey. My granddad had gout. Rest in peace, Alice. The one thing which I related to very intensely with Ben was his determination to shove the carpet under the ridge thing. Like that is just, I was like, I've never felt so seen on a TV show. Like if there's a tiny shortcut that will end up taking 10 times as long.
And look 15 times as bad.
That's what I'm doing. Like when I'm emptying the shopping from the boat, take it all.
Oh yeah, no, that's everyone.
And then
everyone.
split the bags.
Yeah,
apples everywhere. Apples ruined.
Fingers like bleeding.
Yeah, bleeding. Just like doing this crazy strongman. Everything breaks. That's me. That's what I do.
Do you know the other day?
This is New Zealand.
In a fit of This Is New Zealand, the other day I managed to drop my coffee, my laptop, and my phone all in one move because I was trying to open a door while balancing all these things.
Yep, that's a hyper-modern situation. And now I see my children walking around precariously with like toast, a drink, and an open laptop. And I'm like, I don't know whether to like shriek at them or be like, chip off the old block.
Yeah.
Speaking of the old block, let's get back to it.
Marianne James.
What a hell of a show. Can you keep going?
Marianne James, look, I love the laundry chute idea. The execution was shocking. Absolutely shocking.
It was puny.
It's got to be. I know, it's too sweet. What can you fit in there? A pair of undies? You need to be able to stick your sheets down a laundry chute.
Clip that for our awards entry on here.
A laundry chute should be a cupboard door that you open so that it doesn't look like a laundry chute. It just looks like a cupboard, and then you can just kind of pop it down, right?
And you know people are going to put other things in there.
What kind of other
Who's
things?
putting?
I don't know, rubbish.
Who's doing that?
Bottle tops.
It's children.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people get funny in the office even with the bins.
Well, yeah.
They put things in all sorts of places.
Well, especially like famous comedians, isn't it?
The stories we could tell you.
So do you think someone's putting their sushi container in the
I think eventually someone will put their little soy sauce sachet
you live in
down
an
there.
apartment.
Yeah.
Do you have laundry chutes? And what's your penchant for sushi like at the moment?
Do not have laundry chutes. I wish.
Yes,
But
exactly
I'd like
right.
to go in there.
Well, we used to go around to a friend's house and climb through the laundry chute.
No.
It's a time.
What's a dumbwaiter? I'd like to go in there as well.
A dumbwaiter is a small lift for things, not people.
And what about a lazy Susan?
Lazy Susan is a circular thing on a table that you turn to be able to access easily the stuff on the
Keep
table.
them coming.
Have you got any more?
Ask Jane. No, there's actually a really good podcast, not from the network. It's actually incredibly sad, called Phoebe's Fall, about someone getting put into a laundry chute. It's pretty rubbish chute, actually. But yeah, it's in Australia. But really sad. Great podcast.
Rubbish chute and laundry chute, two very different things.
Well, Alex was literally just saying that they're exactly the same thing.
Well, I think the problem is that Alex would treat it as a rubbish chute. I would treat it as a laundry chute.
You could send notes down there. The person in the laundry, Magda.
Can we count that as our below deck pod? We've got no
we're
time.
down below deck.
Nothing more to say. Marie and James got a terrible score. They didn't do a great job. It didn't look good. It looked quite like block of old. Didn't even have an inbuilt desk. I mean, come on. The challenge was rafting. Blah, 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 blah. Chloe and Ben won. And the game changer was a block redemption wordplay, which Ben won convincingly, and I was extremely proud of him because I think he would have been considered the underdog, but he's a scrabbler.
Well, which Ben?
Yeah, he knows about
Not Ben, sorry. Yes, Ben.
No, Ben.
Yeah,
But which
and Quinn.
Ben? There's two Bens.
The Ben that you wouldn't expect to win this.
Ben
Ben and
Nomo.
Quinn.
Yes.
Ben Nomo.
Oh, Ben Amo.
He knows about QI on a triple.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's got it. He knows what he's doing. And
then-
I liked how he was like, blood, die. Just like real intense words.
And they won a 45-second time advantage for a future challenge, and also they won an undo, which immediately
Why is that so funny?
Undo.
It really is.
immediately literally undid his brilliant win when him and Quinn stood there for 5 minutes going, what does an undo do? I don't know. What does it do? And then he was like, maybe it undoes like if someone gives us a penalty, like a -1 or something in judging. And she just went, as if, which is it's exactly what it does.
Also, it's been part of the block
Yeah.
pantheon of things.
I love it. Anyway, team judging, Stacey and Adam won 2K, and next week is, what's next week?
Living room? Lounge?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. Okay.
Is that our podcast?
Yes, that is the podcast.
Well done to us. We
you.
made it through.
Look, sorry it was so short. We will see you guys next week for block week 4, 5, 29. I don't even know. Week 5 next week, eh?
Just finished the podcast, Jane.
Hooroo.
Bye.
Lovely to see you.
That's not
Didn't see anybody.
From the Spin-Off Podcast Network, you've been listening to The Real Pod. It was hosted by me, Jane Yee, along with Alex Casey and, most of the time, Duncan Grieve. Te Aihe Butler made it all sound good, and Rachel LaRue got us out to the world. New from the Spin-Off's business editor Chris Schultz, together with KiwiBank, comes Stock Take, a weekly newsletter about the people behind the businesses driving Aotearoa, along with stories about how forces affecting the economy will impact the lives of New Zealanders. Sign up to StockTake now at thespinoff.co.nz/newsletters.
Talofa Lover. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-Off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-Off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-Off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-Off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-Off Podcast Network.